Hey guys, it's Aisha from adaycreatives.com, and today I wanted to share with you a Valentine's Day wall art piece. It's a simple project, and it can be made with like basic arts and crafts materials. It might even be something that you can do with children. So what you want to do is start with some pom-poms that they can be purchased at like Walmart, any kind of craft store, even dollar stores carry them. A piece of backing paper. For mine, I used gold poster board, but you can use any kind of poster board, any kind of color that you'd like to use. And then also a picture frame, and you don't need the glass in the picture frame. I actually am using a frame that I had from a previous project that I made. And so what I'm doing is just cutting down my poster board to fit the size of the frame. In this particular case, my frame was 9 inches by 12 inches. Once I have my poster board cut, I'm also going to cut a piece of chipboard down to size. If you don't have chipboard, you can use cardboard, or you can use the backing that came with the picture frame if you still have it. Now I'm just adding some adhesive to the back of my poster board, and I'm just going to adhere that down to the chipboard piece, and that's just to give it some more stability. Now I'm pulling out some chipboard alphas that I have, and these are raw letters. They're meant to use in scrapbooking pages or cards or any kind of project really, and you're supposed to be able to like add paint to them or leave them raw, or just do any kind of technique that you'd like with them. So I'm popping out an I and then also a U. If you don't have this type of chipboard alpha, you can also just trace out a letter that you like, maybe print it large onto a piece of printer paper and then cut it out, and then trace it onto a piece of chipboard or a piece of cardboard and then cut that out. If you don't want to use your printer, you can also freehand it and just draw letters to the sizes that you'd like them to be, and then cut them out freehand. I also have a chipboard heart that came with a set of heart coasters, and that's from Martha Stewart Crafts, and so I pulled that out along with a piece of red cardstock, and it's just a scalloped edge to it. This cardstock already had the scallop edge to it, but if you don't have a scalloped edge paper, you can use a straight paper, or you can, if you have a decorative edge scissor or something like that, you can obviously you can decorate the edge of the cardstock and give it a scallop or a border if you'd like, or you can just leave it plain. And here I'm just eyeballing where I want to place everything onto my wall art piece, and I'm trying to decide which pattern I'm going to use for the pom-poms. So I'm giving it a test run with the pink pom-poms. As you see, I'm not gluing anything down yet. I'm just really laying it out and just trying to get an idea of what I want to do with my piece. And then after I have all of the pink ones laid out, I give it a look, and then I decide that no, I don't want to use it at all. So I took all of them off and then decided to go with red pom-poms instead. And this is all personal preference. You can use any kind of colors, any combination of colors. You can use solid, you can try to do a gradient, just have fun with it. And I pretty much like that layout, so then I move on to the next step of adding some glitter to my chipboard letters. And so I'm using my glue here, and to move quickly I decided to add the glue to both pieces, and this is a 3M fast dry glue, so I am trying to work as quickly as possible by gluing both letters and then add my glitter to them at the same time. And that glitter is from American Crafts. So after I have both letters nicely glittered, I go to remove the glitter, and I'm just using a piece of spare paper to dump my glitter onto it. That way I can reuse it. And as you see, it was pretty much a glitter fail. It did not have full coverage. What happened is I allowed my glue to dry before adding the glitter, and so I didn't get that full coverage that I was looking for. So now I'm redoing it, and I'm just going right over the glittered surface with a thicker coat of glue, and I'm only working on one letter at a time, making sure to get full coverage all over the letter with my glue. And then I'm also using a different type of glitter, and I'm not sure, I think this is Martha Stewart glitter, but I can't really remember because I repackaged it. But it's a deeper color glitter. The Wow glitter from American Crafts was more like a watermelon color, where this is a deeper red color, and it worked a little bit better for my project. So now I'm repeating that same technique with the letter U, and in this one I actually did a portion of the letter at a time, and it came out much better. Now here I'm just using my paint pen. I have a red paint pen, and I'm just going along the edge, and that's just to cover up any sort of pieces of the chipboard that are peeking out from beneath the glitter, and it'll just have a cleaner look with the edges matching the same color as the glitter. This step is optional, but I think that it does make the finished product look a lot neater. Now I'm just going to adhere both of the letters down to the cardstock, and I'm using some dimensional foam adhesive just to give a little bit more dimension and lift to the project. And now that I have my letters down, I'm going to get started with adding the pom-poms to the heart. And here I'm using the same glue, that quick dry glue from 3M Scotch. If I wasn't being so lazy, I would have heated up my glue gun and used that to stick down the pom-poms. I think that they would have worked a lot quicker and a lot easier. I ended up using a lot of glue in order to make these stick. You can also do this with like Elmer's glue if you're working with children. You don't want to use your like good expensive glue. You can just work with children, or you don't want to use hot glue and have the children burn themselves. But this can be done with any type of adhesive that is strong enough to hold a fiber. So I'm just stacking in the pom-poms and trying to get them as close as possible and touching. My goal is that I don't see any of that heart base underneath, and the heart was really just to give myself a work area and an outline to work within. Now I'm going back, and I'm just taking a pom-pom and just cutting off a few of the fibers from the pom-pom, and I'm covering up any sort of spaces that I see the chipboard showing through underneath. And now I'm just using a fancy tool / my sleeve to clean up any smudges that were on the poster board paper. And that's the end of the project. What I ended up doing is going back and adding some star brads that I had, because I just thought it needed a little bit more shine, and I just put some glue on the ends of those star brads and just stuck them in between the pom-poms, and then they stayed in place. I hope you enjoyed this project. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like it, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'd love to see you over at my blog. Thank you. Bye.